So I want to read a little synopsis of the book first, so you know what the series is totally about. So, the old stone house on Linden Street had kept its secrets for a very long time. For more than 100 years, it had loomed at the crest of the hill, its towering black rooftops piercing a canopy of ancient trees. A pool of shadows surrounded the house, even on the sunniest days. Overgrown hedges enclosed its garden. Its deep-set windows were blurry and dark. Even in the height of summer, its stone walls exhaled a faint, grave-like chill, as though warmth and sunlight could never quite get in, and the darkness could never quite get out. Olive knew that Aldous McMartin, the house's original owner, had been a very talented, very unusual artist. Each painting he created was a living, changeless world full of flowers that never wilted and moons that never set and people that could never die. People like Aldous' beloved granddaughter, Annabelle. People like Aldous McMartin himself. These painted worlds also made the perfect hiding place for everything Aldous wanted to conceal. Family spell books, nosy neighbors, dangerously curious almost 12-year-old girls who moved into your house and started unearthing all of its secrets. Hi, Sadie and Bridget. We're going to talk a little bit about the third volume of the series we've been reading and just give you a little review and synopsis of what went on, right? All right, so, and this is all, we're going to free flow this because I'm just using it from my memory. But Volume 2 was kind of long, and we didn't really like Volume 2. It was all about Olive kind of being possessed by the spell book. Do you remember that? Where the spell book kind of took over and started controlling her. So Volume 2 was more about this possession, Possession of Olive. So Volume 2 was more about what? Yeah, let's spell it. It was about P and O and S and, yep, S and, up to it, E and S and, one more, yep, lots of S's in possession, yeah, S and I and O and possession. So I like that Volume 3 is more about action of what Olive is engaging. She's actually traveling in and out of the paintings. And do you remember what she has to use? Olive there's two ways to get in and out of an enchanted painting. What is one way that Olive has to use, if you remember? She has to W. Up, E. Yep. Over. A and R. She has to wear what? Yep, you're saying the sound. She has to wear, go for it. S and, yep, all the way over. P and E and over one, C and speck, and T and A and C and L and E and the last letter right there. It's okay, you're right there. Just get the S, spectacles. So they're like these magical glasses. She has to wear them in order to travel in. Or there are 3 enchanted animals that can help her. What animals help Olive? There's C. Yep, you got it. Right there. You ready? Get that C nice and strong. Get the C. Over. C and A and T and there's 3. So cats. There's these 3 cats. And their names are Horatio, Harvey, and Leopold. And so these cats can talk, and they're main characters that help Olive in this mystery of the house. So in this story, Olive is afraid that Morton is a painted kid that's trapped in a painting. She's afraid that he's going to run away, and he wants to find his parents. So Olive ends up creating her own paints by finding the stash in the basement. So remember, in the basement, they find the paints that are like in all the different pigments and colors. So there's many different pigments, and Olive has to fix them and make them in the kitchen. She has to, listen. She has to add ingredients. Do you remember Olive had to add ingredients, and she didn't always have everything, so she kind of guessed at some of the things. So let's spell the word guess. She just guessed. So G and U and E and S and S. She guessed, and she makes this concoction, and then she actually paints Mr. and Mrs. Nivens, which are Morton's parents, and they come to life. She's able to take them to Morton. But what is Morton's reaction when he sees these painted versions of his parents? Do you remember? What's Morton's reaction? Is he happy? Is he scared? What is Morton? Yeah, he is S and C and A and R and E and D. He is scared because they do not look like his parents. They can't talk. Their arms are all different shapes and everything. So also in this book, Olive has an art teacher, and she's enjoying art class and learning how to do portraits and how to paint better. But meanwhile, the cat, Horatio, finds out that she painted Morton's parents, and she's in trouble because she's betrayed the trust of the cats. So what is she betrayed of the cats by making these paintings? She's betrayed their, Trust. So Horatio says he's going to destroy all the concoctions that she created, and he'll take care of it. However, there's a twist in the story. The Horatio that does this is actually what type of Horatio? Do you remember? He is a what? Is he real, or is he a painting? Because in the second volume, we learned Annabelle, the painted Miss McMartin, has escaped. So she's able to, what is he? He is a, P and A and I and N and T and I and N and G. He's a painting. So they can't trust him, and he kind of deceives Olive and puts her in grave danger. And at one point towards the end, Olive is almost trapped in what, Liam? In the ground. Do you remember? What is it? It's a H and O and L and E. But her neighbor and friend Rutherford comes to the rescue. And guess what? In order to fight paints, what do you need? What weapon did he bring? Do you remember? What was his weapon? W. A. T and E and R. A water. P and up to it. Up. I and S and T and you're awesome. You almost got Finish it up. Up. O and L, water pistols, and they're actually full of paint thinner. So they're able to conquer the paintings and rescue Olive and the real Horatio. And the book ends where Morton actually comes out of the painting, and he helps overcome the painted Horatio with a bathtub full of all different kinds of soaps and whatever. And there's a big brawl of the cats. So who wins? Does the painted real or painted Horatio? Who wins? The R, E, A, L. The real Horatio wins, and everything is calm for now in Elsewhere. But we find out that Rutherford, her neighbor and friend, has a special gift. What is the gift that Rutherford has? Olive was kind of curious. What can Rutherford do? R. E. A. D. He can read. M. I. N. Up to it. D. And down to it. He can read minds. That's his gift. And so we're going to find out in volume 4 how that all works together and how they can continue to solve the mysteries and maybe get Annabelle and the real Aldous McMartin back into a painting and trapped so they can't hurt anybody. Harm the world. And then here's a little description of the author, Jacqueline West. Jacqueline West is obsessed with stories where magic intersects with everyday life, from talking cats to enchanted eyewear to paintings as portals to other worlds. An award-winning poet, former teacher, and occasional musician, Jacqueline lives with her husband in Red Wing, Minnesota. There, she dreams of dusty libraries, secret passageways, and many more adventures for Olive, Morton, and Rutherford. Learn more about Jacqueline at www.thebooksofelsewhere.com and www.jacquelinewest.com.